The next story of previous parts has been told in this part. Let's start the movie explanation now. 4 college students come on the scene as the movie begins who is on the rafting trip in West Virginia. They all 4 were also camping there. Trey is not there among friends, so Alex leaves to search for him. And Sophie and Brent are left behind alone. Suddenly a coming arrow pierces them. They are yet unaware of the situation. Another coming arrow puts Sophie out and she is dead at the spot. Observing it, Brent escapes from there. At the moment, Alex also comes there and Three Finger is ingesting Sophie's eye. She hides there seeing him. Meanwhile, Trey also reaches there holding Woods. But he is attacked by Three Finger. Anyhow, he flees into the forest saving his life, but Three Finger also murders him. And entrapped Brett is also become the victim of mutants. Now Alex is the only survivor among friends. After this, the prison of West Virginia is shown where some prisoners had to shift in another one taking them. This authority was given to 3 police officers. They were a total of 5 prisoners. And one of them was Chavez, the head of the crime organization. And it was being done for him. Their transferring procedure was going to be held 2 days later. But it is known by police that the Chavez gang can hijack a bus on the way. And they will release Chavez forcefully. As a result, they plan it on an urgent basis, changing their path. And their new path was dangerous Paper Mill Road. They leave taking all prisoners on the bus. On the way, they stop at a police station where they meet Sheriff Carl and Deputy Lane. And the nephew of Three Finger named Three Toes also appears before us. And it was the same child in the previous part who was provided food by Three Finger. He is still too young but setting the trap. He is entrapped, so Three Finger helps him coming there. Then both leave after setting the trap. On the other side, they set off their journey after staying at the police station. Driving on the road of the paper mill, a truck begins to follow them, which is driven by Three Finger. He punctures the truck's wheel, fixing the barbed wire. Consequently, the truck is fallen aside from the road, losing its control. Getting off the truck, Three Finger observes them but avoid attacking. And then the police officer brings the prisoner outside. But getting a chance, Chavez snatches the gun from him at that time. Preslow points his gun on Chavez coming from the backside, but a knife pierces his neck before he committed action. And he is dead at the spot. All prisoners take it as a trick of Chavez gang members. But the attack of countless arrows is started on Chavez. In this way, they know that there is not the hand of Chavez's gang members. Chavez orders Nate to unchain the handcuffs of everyone. Nate replies on it, the key has left in the bus. And the bus was set on fire fully. And it could be exploded at any time. A police officer, Walter, is also on the bus. And when Nate moves to the bus to take keys, he brings Walter out at the exact time. Nate's brought keys had damaged. But Chavez does not kill him, thinking Nate is the only one who can take them out of the forest. Then they all move ahead. And a girl attacks Nate coming out of the bushes. And that girls were Alex. She tells them, there is a mutant who eat the people after killing them. But no one was taking it seriously. Even she had told about the rafting. On it, Chavez asks her to take them to their location. His way of talking was rude. She takes them there. And they find an upside-down bus on the way. And its back door was locked. Chavez sends Nate to check it, where he finds his gun and the key. He hands over that gun to Walter. And then they find a large amount of money in the truck while checking. Finding this money, all are surprised. And Chavez asks each of them to leave, taking 2 bags. Each one holds 2 bags, but Walter could not hold the bag because he was injured. But Chavez forces him to lift the bags. And Walter points his gun at Chavez. Unfortunately, the gun is unloaded. But Chavez does not forgive him for doing so and shoots on his head. Nate could not do a favor on it because he was under pressure. And then Chavez asks everybody to move forward. And Alex was at first because she was leading them. While walking, she steps on a trap but Nate saves her quickly. It was the set trap of Three Toes, who was also hidden aside. Coming outside, he attacks them. But Chavez falls him down shooting. But Alex informs that it is not that mutant. Then Chavez hits upon an idea and goes ahead, leaving a hint for Three Finger. Three Finger finds the fixed head of Three Toes on a wooden stick as he reaches there. Seeing it, he becomes wild. It means, he has badly lost his mind. Moving forward, they encounter a hanging thing and Chavez catches it. But Willie understands, it is the set trap for them. And he saves Chavez's life, pulling him forward. But he has to pay for it and he loses his life. And Chavez gives him a reward, cutting his legs. Because doing so, Willie is segregated from chains. And they proceed easily. Contrarily, Deputy Lane gets information about 4 missing students 2 days ago. And Sharif had still not received a single call on the part of Nate. So he is worried. And he thinks as their bus has been hijacked by anyone. So he goes in search of them while Lane goes for college students. On the other side, they reach an old cabin. Finding tools there, they cut their chains with them. Moving ahead, they notice the Three Fingers truck, which is a set trap for them, and it is in their knowledge. Despite it, Crawford prisoner is sent there forcefully by Chavez. As Crawford moves to the truck, Three Finger drives the truck, entrapping him in the barbed wire. And driving on the roadway, he drags Crawford on the same road at full speed. And he drags him so violently until Crawford is dead. On the other side, Floyd attacks Chavez, finding a chance. And then Alex and Nate escape from there. While Chavez makes Floyd half dead, striking him much. One more prisoner escapes, leaving him there as such. And Sharif further delivers information, reaching the spot of the bus. After that, he goes into a forest in search of Nate, taking his dog. Brandon suggests to Chavez that they should search for Nate, leaving the money behind. Chavez agrees with him and leaves money behind a few times. And they finally find Nate. Chavez is nearly to kill him, but Nate informs him about the nearby watchtower for contacting. Giving him the last chance, Chavez takes him to that place. They find the watchtower, which is burnt into ashes as they reach there. And it was burnt down by the 3 mutant brothers. Finding nothing there, Chavez is going to shoot him, but Sharif's dog catches him at the spot. Sharif himself also takes them, reaching there at the exact moment. But Three Finger, sitting on a tree, throws a wooden piece from there. That is thrust into the mouth of Sharif, piercing him. Chavez immediately orders and points the gun on Nate, snatching it from Sharif. Then he returns to retake his money. Floyd is escaping, taking all money, but Chavez hears him. And he moves towards Floyd. But Three Finger burns him, throwing Molotov on him. And all money go in smoke. They try to escape from there. But the truck of Three Finger again hinders them. And now Alex is thrown before that truck by Chavez. And he returns, taking Alex. Nate tries to pursue her safety but is caught by Chavez. As he is going to shoot him, Brandon makes him senseless, hitting. And both move to their way, leaving him here. Taking Alex, Three Finger ties her in her house. And we also see the dead body of Deputy Lane, who was killed by Three Fingers before. Brandon is running from there. Meanwhile, Chavez beats and makes him unconscious, arriving there. Three Finger reaches there as he begins to go ahead. There is a fatal dispute between them. Chavez distorts Three Fingers' face, beating him violently. And his face is more distorted, so unrecognizable. But Three Finger finally becomes dominant over Chavez. Opening the skull of Chavez, he eats his brain and celebrates his victory. Nate finds the dog of Sharif, which leads him to Alex. He releases Alex and they are nearly leaving, but Three Fingers attacks on them, coming there. Three Finger is about to kill Nate, but at the same time, Alex kills Three Finger, piercing the wooden piece on which Three Toes' head was fixed. And both escape, taking his truck. But Three Finger is still alive. He again comes before their truck and also climbs in it. He catches Nate. As a result, truck is crashed with the tree losing its hold. And the truck catches fire. Meanwhile, Brandon brings both of them outside, reaching there. But Three Finger could not free them easily. He again captures Nate, but Nate thrusts his tool into him. He also hits him on the truck, making him strong. With the explosion of the truck, Three Finger is also burned. Releasing Brandon, Nate allows him to go. After a while, the police force arrives theirs. And Nate and Alex are survived. But Nate again visits there for the lust of money. But he is killed by the covert attack. He was no one but Brandon, who was released after a trust. Brandon collects the money, but he is also murdered by another mutant who reaches there. No one knew who was that mutant. It has become an enigma till today. The story ends here with it.